ask that everyone please look at the training video of yesterday. So you can ask me questions about this training, or you can ask me any other questions. I'll be happy to try and answer your questions. So if you go to the bottom of your screen at the chat box, you can see there's a chat box, and you're welcome to put some messages in there. Or if you want to open your screen, your sound microphone, you can also ask me questions directly. Is there anyone who has a question? Okay. So while we wait for the questions, I'm sure you had a look at this video and you saw that they were explaining how to make your list, how to jog your memory, where to find all the people on your list. Hello, Martin. To find people on your, to get people on your list, and how to start inviting. So I know we've covered this already in previous sessions, but okay. I see a question. So, okay, let me go with the questions that I see popping up. So someone is asking about the fear of loss bonus. So this in our business is a very good bonus that we can use if we building our networks. So if you're passive, don't worry about this. But if you are active and you want to participate actively and you want to really kickstart your business, I'm trying to create a culture in our group of really going for this fear of loss bonus, because firstly, that's going to help you to really motivate you to move forward and to get your first 4 really quickly, and to educate yourself very quickly about how this business works and how to invite people and how to get them to our meetings so that they can understand it more clearly. So if you take this fear of loss bonus seriously and you get your people that you get, your 4, to get their 4, you will see that your business is going to explode. I promise you, your business is going to explode. So it's very important that you make sure that you get your first 4 in the first 14 days. And those 4 people that you sign up, you try and help them to also get their 4 from whatever little knowledge you require got for the last 14 days. You try and help them with that knowledge and to send them to a meeting like this or training so that they can get their first 4 as well. And that's going to really grow your business. Your business is going to get so much bigger, and their business is going to work. They're going to start making money. You will make money from them. You will get your fear of loss bonus. And it's really a clever way for the company to put an incentive to get people to start making money quickly. So okay. So Sukri is asking, what is my experience on how to make it or not lose hope if not getting it in time? Yes, that's another thing. So my experience with making it, my personal experience was, it took me, we were the first people that we know of in Mauritius to do this concept. There might be other people, but we don't know of them. And so we had a quite challenging time when we started, because we didn't know how to do the Bitcoin. In South Africa, Bitcoin is connected to people's bank accounts. So you can use this Luno app and you can immediately deposit money into Luno and you can quickly buy a package. So we didn't have all of that. We needed to do research how to find a wallet that works in Mauritius, how we can buy with our credit cards. And it took us 12 days to figure all of this out. On the 13th day, we put 2 people, and on the 14th day, we put 2 people. So we really, we just went for it. We tried to overcome all the challenges. It was really not easy. It was not easy to get through those first 12 days, because we had so much things that we needed to figure out, because we didn't have any support in Mauritius. So we figured it out. We made a plan. We got got our first 4 people, and we got our fear of loss bonus. It was 4 white packages, so we got €125. And in my team, I've had people who get much bigger fear of loss bonuses, because now we have the setup already, and we can help with payments, and we can support and do training. We didn't have any training when we started. We just had our upline, and we were calling her constantly saying, but how does this work? How does this work? And we were learning and reading. And so I want to urge you, there's challenges in this business, because you have to deal with rejection. But if you can just push through it, if you can be resilient, and you can see this as only sharing with other people, and even if it's not for them, you can push through it, you will get your first 4, and you will get that bonus. And if you don't, it's also okay, because this business continues, and you will have a big business that's going to come, if you are just able to push through the challenges. Like, I was reading something this morning where they were saying, how is it that people are okay at working in a job for 40 years where they're building someone else's dream, but in this business, working hard for 2 or 3 years and having freedom for the rest of your life, working on your own business, is too hard? There's people who work in marketing businesses for other people. It's also not easy. People also say no. But somehow when we get into this business, we think that it's going to be plain sailing, and everyone's going to say yes because you see the vision. But it's not like that. And it's just finding the strength and the courage inside of you to push through those challenging times. And with the help and support of your team, because we are all a team. This is why we have these meetings, so that you can come here, you can even cry and say, I'm hating this, how am I going to get through it? And we will try and encourage you and try and find ways for you to move forward. So my advice is, push hard for those first 14 days. Learn as much as you can. Ask questions until the person who invited you regrets ever inviting you, because you need to ask questions, and then learn everything you can, and then put your 4 people. But if you don't make it, it's a goal. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to make it. Most people do, but if you don't, it's okay. You are still going to be able to build this business to a massive big business if you just continue pushing through it. There are people who sign up everyone that they talk with. There are people who talk to 100 people and then only sign up 1, but after that they sign up everyone. For everyone it's different. It depends on how people view you in your community, the posture that you deliver this with. If you are still very unsure about the business and you're not sure if you trust in this whole thing, then people will feel that, and they will know that you are not sure about it, so they know that they can't trust you or themselves to get involved in this. So that's why it's very important that you bring people to the Zoom webinars, so that we can actually talk to them with a different posture, and to literally just share this information. We're saying, here's a vehicle for you. You can take it or you don't have to take it. I'm going this direction. You're welcome to join me. If it's not for you, it's okay. There's lots of other people in the world that we can speak to. So I hope that helps. Okay. I've got trouble understanding the placing of people on my legs. I've got 3 personal sponsors on my left and 2 non-sponsors on my right leg, but no account balance. Okay. So, when you start the binary system, and actually I think I saw a video this morning that I want to post of how this binary system works, because people are struggling to wrap their heads around it. And so how this binary works is, when you start the business, for you to start earning money, and this is how it's different from a pyramid scheme. For you to start earning money, you need to have 1 person in each leg. So you're going to introduce number one, and they're going to go on either the left or the right. Let's say they go on the left. Then the second person you introduce, they have to go on the right. They have to balance your two personals for you to start making money. These two people are going to open your binary system. It's going to open your business on the bonus side. And so you will never, ever earn any money if you don't have someone personally that you introduced on the left and personally introduced on the right. Now you have these two people. Okay, cool. Now you start making money. The next person you're going to put, you have to go and check where are your legs and how does it look, because there's oftentimes there's your upline, the person who introduced you, who are putting people in a leg that you share with them. So if they're actively building their teams as well, there's a lot of people coming into your team that you have not personally introduced. But these people are going to give you money once you start balancing it out on the other leg. Again, this is why it's not a pyramid, because you need to do some work. So now you start adding people on the shortest leg. In your binary system, there will always, after you've done your one person on each side, that's the first step. You can't get around that. First step. Second step, you have to go and check which leg is on 0. There will always be a leg that's on 0 points. So when you go to your application, you scroll a little bit down where it says account, then you scroll to the right and you will see it says your Crowd1 rewards, and next to it, it will say left leg and how many points is in the left leg, and right leg, how many points in the right leg. So when you want to put someone in your business, you have to go and check which leg is on 0. There's always a leg on 0 because it pays out. So let me explain this. So when you have someone coming in, let's just talk about white packages. Now you've already done your 2, right? You got a payout for that. Your business is open. Now you have some people that's already growing on this side, but you're not getting paid for them yet. They're accumulating points because each package comes with points. So you have these points coming in the one side. Then you have on the other side, you start introducing people. So there's so one leg is on 0, and this leg is growing in points because there's your upline putting points. So once you put someone on your 0 leg, now let's say it's a white pack. So a white pack carries 90 points. You put someone on your 0 leg, depending on how many points are on this side. If you can get a 1-to-2 ratio, okay, there's maybe two people on this side, so there's at least 180 points on this side. You put it on the 0 leg, you have 90 points here, you have 180 points on the right. It gives a 1-to-2 ratio, and it will give you a 27 euro payout. That 27 euros, let me explain where that comes from. So you have 90, 90, 90, that makes 270. Those 270 goes back to 0, so it's taken away from your legs. Those points go into your network levels, so it pushes you up in the network levels. You don't have to worry, this is all automated. I'm just explaining it. And then that 270 points, you get 10% of that paid out. So that is 27 euros that will be paid out to you. And of that 27 euros, 20% of that goes to the Crowd1 rewards. So it's through the system, it is helping you to grow your investment. It's reinvesting 20% of your earnings so that your investment can grow. And then 80% of that money goes to your account balance. This is the money that you can physically use now. This is the money that you can buy groceries with if you choose to, or do whatever you need to. So that goes to your account balance. I hope that makes a little bit more sense. I will post a video about this as well that can maybe explain it better. But this is just something you need to wrap your head around. And like I said, all you actually need to know, because it's all automated on the system, is you always have to put the next person on the 0 leg. You find that in your back office. When you invite someone, go and check first which side is your leg that's on 0. If it's on the left, you invite someone and you place them on the left. With your invite, you say place on the left, and you send that invite to them. And that way you're going to get paid out all the time. All right, let's have a look. I hope that answered your questions. 2 non-sponsors on the right. So if you've never introduced someone on both sides, you can have lots of people on the one side that you personally introduce, lots of people on the other side, but you won't get a payout yet, because you need to have one on each side to get a payout. All right, now the next question. Okay, where will we get the recording? Sukri will post it, I think, when she has time to convert it or do something with it. We'll put it on the group.
Yes.
And then Esther has another question. Video, listen to recordings, etc. Please explain the rewards a bit more. With joining, received 150. Okay. Also determined value of the points. Okay, so she's asking about what is the Crowd1 rewards. So when you enter the crowd,
yes. Sorry, just before you carry on with that, because I've got a question about the C1 rewards, maybe you can just add it all at once.
All right.
It says that they're available during pre-launch, which is what we're in now.
Yes.
So once the pre-launch ends, what happens then? That's just a question that you can add.
Okay. Okay, that's great. I'll talk about that. Thanks, Star. So when we enter this crowd, we get these Crowd1 rewards. So these rewards used to be called owner rights. And when the business was first set up, the business plan was that everyone was going to get these Crowd1 owner rights in the different affiliates that we affiliate with, the different businesses that we affiliate with. So when you entered, you had a certain amount of owner rights that was in Afilgo and in Mixter. And so originally their plan was to give these to us when we enter the crowd, and then once there's more product lines coming, we would then have to invest in these product lines as well. So the crowd would then invest in more owner rights in those product lines, and that would be your choice if you wanted to have more owner rights in different product lines. So the owner rights for Afilgo and Mixter were going to stop. That's why they said it's only available for pre-launch, because it was going to stop by the time that we officially launch, which is now on Saturday for Afilgo. So, but then they realized that this crowd is actually growing at such lightning speed, and there's so much potential, and there's a way that they can make it even better for people. So they've decided to throw all the product lines together. Instead of having owner rights in certain product lines and having the choice of maybe investing in more other product lines, they put all of these product lines together. They all are going to go into a big pool. Sorry, my child is, okay, distract. And they're all going into a big pool. And now we are actually in a very fortunate position, because we are owning, we have Crowd1 rewards or owner rights or shares, whatever you want to say, in all of the product lines to come. So we are essentially having shares in the crowd itself. Before we would have, the first plan was to have just in the products, but now we actually have shares in the company itself, in the crowd. It's like having shares in Facebook. You don't just have shares in all the advertising of Facebook or all the different companies that affiliate with Facebook. We now have shares in Facebook, but it's not Facebook, it's the crowd. So it's actually much better for us, because we won't have to reinvest. And the way that we benefit from it, coming in before before this launch is that the price of the shares are still very low. It's €2 per share at the moment. So we are getting in at a time where, imagine when Bitcoin was still €2 per share per Bitcoin, and now it's like, I don't know, it's ridiculous. So we are at that point. So going forward, everyone who enters the crowd will get these shares. They will still get these Crowd1 rewards. So everyone will have a share. But as the crowd grows, we will have the economy grows as well. So there's more spending on products. There's more action happening in the crowd. So there's much more profits that's coming back. And so everyone has a share in this crowd, but there's lots more money also going through the crowd that's coming back to the crowd. So I hope that makes sense. In terms of how the Crowd1 rewards work, so let me take it way back. So you enter the crowd. You receive these Crowd1 rewards depending on which package you decided to take. So if you decide to take a €99 package, and with this promotion you upgrade it, you will get €300 of owner rights. Sorry, Crowd1 rewards. So these Crowd1 rewards, if you receive 300 in your back office, in your app, when you scroll down and you go to accounts, when you just start, you will see you have 0 in your account. That just means that you haven't made money on the binary system. So you scroll to the right, and then you will see your Crowd1 rewards. If you received €300 of rewards, you will have 150 rewards in your account, because each reward is worth €2. So if it's €2, then you have 150 rewards in your account. And remember, every week you can go and claim another €2.50, or if you're going up in the streamline levels, you can claim more. But that is what you start with. How this benefits you is these are your shares in the company. Like I said before, we are not allowed to call it shares really. So I'm being recorded saying it's shares, but it's the best way to explain it, because you're only allowed to call it shares once it's a listed company on the stock market. But at the moment, it's not yet. And like I've said in my presentation, that is the goal of the CEO, is to take this to the stock market. So we're in a very fortunate position that we are at the start of something really, really big. So with these Crowd1 rewards, these shares, you will get dividends every 3 months. So the next dividends are paid out on the 15th of June, or the first payout actually for this company's history will be paid out on the 15th of June. If you came in before the 15th of April, you will receive dividends in June already. If you came in after, you will receive dividends in September. So from June we start, then every 3 months, from June, July, August, September, there'll be a payout again. October, November, December, there'll be a payout again. And so it continues. Every 3 months, we have this payout. And how the payout works, how the dividends work, is every month there's this affiliate money that's coming into the crowd. So you have all these people gaming, all this money coming in. That money that comes in is split in 3 ways. 20% stays with the company, with the Crowd1 corporate side. 40% goes to these Crowd1 rewards. So 40% of that money is accumulated over 3 months, and then it's paid out to all the people in the crowd. So depending on how many Crowd1 rewards you have, you will get a specific payout. So let's say, I'm just going to take a fictitious number. Let's say there's €1 million that come in over these 3 months from that 40%. And we have 1 million Crowd1 rewards that were given out with people signing up. So if you take €1 million, you divide it by 1 million Crowd1 rewards, you will get 1. That means it's €1 per share that you hold per Crowd1 reward. And so if you have 10,000 rewards, then you will get paid 10,000 euro. This is, like I said, it's just a fictitious number. I have no idea what this number is going to be. It can be that there's €1 million coming in and there's 2 million rewards given out. Then we will each receive 50 cents for our Crowd1 rewards. That means if you have 10,000 Crowd1 rewards, you will get 5,000 euro of payout. And we can do that with many numbers. I think you get the idea. So the value of your rewards, the value of your shares, that is actually important when you want to sell your shares. So from June, you'll be able to sell or trade your shares with other people in the crowd. So there'll be a trading platform, and if you need to sell your shares for whatever reason, maybe you have an emergency that you need to pay for and you want to sell your shares, like people do in different companies, then you can sell your shares on this platform to anyone else in the crowd, and you will be able to get cash for that into your account, and you can use that cash. That is where the value of the shares are important, because if your shares are valued at €2 per share, that's what people are going to pay for your shares, €2 per share. So the €2 is not related to what your payout is going to be every 3 months. It just gives the amount of shares that you have in the crowd, and depending on how much profits come in, it's profit sharing, and it's shared amongst everyone in the crowd with the amount of shares that they hold. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so okay, can you illustrate it? So let me see if I have an illustration of this. I think I do have something on here. Wait, let me just share my screen. Oopsie, I almost left the meeting. Let me see if I can get to my PowerPoint. Why is it not showing? I wasn't preparing it. Okay, let me go to this one and then see if I can share it like this. All right, so let me see, where's that slide? Oh, sorry, let me just go to this. Actually, I think I hid it. Sorry, guys. So let me unhide this quickly. And then from current slide. Okay, so this is just the timeline of how the shares are actually going to be paid out. So at the moment we have the launch of Afilgo, so people are spending money on Afilgo already. This is being launched in April, so this money is starting to accumulate from the start of the company, from when Afilgo was in pre-launch, and it's accumulating so that we can get this payout in June. So in June, we'll get our first payout. The education packages, the Epic Lotto, all these product lines are actually in this lineup for us to get paid out in June. Then we have new products coming in. Like let's say in May, we're going to have some product lines coming in June, in July. And this is all going to add up so that we can get all of this profits paid out for our owner rights again in September. So all of these Crowd1 rewards that we got in with and that we're accumulating as we go through the ranks, we are building this up so that we can get a higher payout in June. If we can get more owner rights or Crowd1 rewards, we can get more payouts in June. We can have a bigger profit share in June. If we have more owner rights in September, more Crowd1 rewards, we can get an even bigger payout in September. So that's how it's paid out. But let me just go to this graph where it shows So in the presentation, we have this. If 3 million people are playing in a field go, and they're paying €50 per month, 50% of that profit goes to the gaming companies and 50% comes to the crowd. So we have 20% that stays with the company, with Crowd1, to develop and to open more offices and to keep everything afloat. This is usually where, like with Facebook, with their crowd structure, that 20% is actually 100% of this pie. So everything of the affiliate money will go to Facebook or Google or these huge crowds. And so here they've changed it. They're only taking 20%, and they are distributing 40% to the people who expand the crowd, who invite their friends and make the crowd economy grow, and 40% will go to these Crowd1 rewards. And as I explained, then these rewards are actually paid out every 3 months. For now, that's the only explanation I have for it in terms of visual, but maybe it's something to consider in the future to see if we can make up another slide for that. Okay, so
Sorry,
right.
Diana, on the C1 rewards, where did you say we see that again in our account?
Okay, so if you go on your application, you go to the main screen. Yeah. Remember, you can go to the Crowd1 sign at the top, the left top corner. You go to the main screen, and then you scroll down. You'll see your account, and then you scroll to the right. There's like a little arrow. You scroll to the right, and then you'll see it says Crowd1 rewards. So see if you can.
Okay, mine doesn't let me. Mine only let me scroll to the left. Doesn't let me scroll to the right. It's got account settings.
Issues like that on the laptop. You see always the bigger picture. By the way.
Well, no, but tell me, Star, what do you see? So you see your account balance?
No, all I'm seeing. I've just clicked out of it. So I go to the little menu and it says account, which I've clicked on.
Yes. Don't click on account. Just scroll down to where you see account, and then you scroll to the right. So you click on the button, the arrow that shows right.
Okay, and then it says account. It's got settings, invite code, upload KYC, earnings. And
payouts. No. You have to go to the other. You have to go to the Crowd1 sign. So just try that quickly. Go to the Crowd1 sign.
Yeah.
At the top left corner, okay? Then now you're on the main page, the landing page of the app. Back. Then you go down. So you see the promotion.
Okay, I've got it. Yes, it says account balance, and you scroll and it says C1 rewards.
Exactly. Okay,
so the amount there, which says 3,600 whatever,
yes.
That's the number of shares.
That's the number of shares you have. The value of that is double, because each share is worth 2 euro.
Really?
Yes. See how amazing that is.
Okay.
Just had a shock star. Really? Yes, you own this much in this company, my friend.
Okay. Wow.
That's like excited and nervous laugh at the same time.
Everybody's checking out now, right?
Yeah. Okay, and then we have Sonia, who asks, I have 2 in my right leg and 2 in my left leg. My points are on 0. What I don't understand is why under my invite link, my first invitee says member under status, but in the other 3 says no action. What must they do or I do to change this to member? Okay, so I don't understand why it's saying that, because usually it should say that they are members. When you go on your binary system, you will see if they're showing black, they are members, and if they're able to enter with their accounts, they are members. There's some kind of thing in the system. So what I would suggest you do, Tani Sonia, is to go to support, and copy this question, except for the legs. I'll explain the legs to you now. Copy this question and send support an email about that. So how you do that, I'm just going to quickly share my screen with you. Oh, we only have 1 minute left. So jump on this call again if you want me to show you quickly how to send a message to support, because this is quite important. If you have answers that no one can answer, sorry, questions that no one answers, then you need to be able to send a ticket to support.